What's up, everyone? So, big headline today that regarding ice loss and sea level rise in Greenland. So, just a couple headlines. Greenland ice loss is set to raise global sea levels by nearly a foot. Greenland's, so it says that again. Lots of headlines just like that. Major sea level rise caused by melting of Greenland ice cap is now inevitable. Fate of sleeping giant, East Antarctica ice sheet in our hands. Study. What else we got here? Zombie ice from Greenland will raise sea level 10 inches. So none of these headlines, people aren't reading this study. The vast majority of people are going off of the headline that they see. So that's why this is a problem. It does not give any context for, most of these do not give a context for the timeline. Most do not qualify it with, how much were we expecting it sea levels to rise. So what it turns out, I can link this study. It's incomprehensible to me. If you can understand it, good on you. But just even looking at these headlines, going off of what they say, this study is saying, is basically that the amount of sea level rise they were expecting just from Greenland ice melting was, they were expecting about 4 inches of sea level rise through the end of the century, and now they believe it will be 10 instead of 4, so about a 6-inch increase over the next century, so less than an inch per decade increase. So not exactly a catastrophe, even by, I'm assuming the average person reading the article doesn't know how much sea level rise is expected through the end of the century anyway. And I can link that as well. I had to look it up too. I didn't know off the top of my head. I knew it was a few feet. But scenarios differ from what I just read, 3, 4, 5 feet through the end of this century. That's including like the catastrophe scenarios. So an increase in 6 inches, that's already kind of built into the variability within their own predictions. So these headlines are crazy. It's interesting that it's causing more sea level rise just for Greenland's ice cap melting than they had predicted. So, the science is evolving. That's interesting, but I don't think these headlines are warranted at all. I think they're doing it just to get clicks. They know that it's misleading. They don't care. It's irresponsible, that sort of thing. So that is what I am here to make this video, is to try to give a more level-headed understanding of what these mean. Also, I didn't see anything in the study. Again, I say it's incomprehensible, so maybe someone else can find it. I didn't see anything about it saying the rise was through the end of the century. I didn't see any reference to 2100 or end of the century. Maybe you can find that. But even then, even if that is the case, just going based off what the articles are saying and implying, it doesn't seem to be as bad as they're making out to be, which is why they have to make it misleading to make it seem worse, right? Because if they really gave the balanced truth, it wouldn't be that interesting. So, they're doing what they do, but just wanted to set the record straight there.